buzzards into the night. Whispers of madness go through your head. The darkness consumes you, filling with dread. Wyndham's presence, a chilling embrace. Run from his grasp, there's no escape. Follow the buzzards to the abyss they lead. Run, run. From the darkness you must flee. The fireflies guide you, beware of the unknown. In Wyndham's grip, your sanity's blown.
And welcome to the Raw.
No, he still get his ass whooped. He just positively, I'm gonna do it. What's a real life situation? Get your ass handed to you. And you just, I got to go now. Nah, fuck that. Get out of here.
Is another one of those that you're pretty sure is tucking something away by the end of the day. I mean, the woman, she makes Mark Henry look little.
Want good news, and if you want good reviews, you come here to It's All a Work. Yeah! Snap into a podcast! Hello, and welcome everyone to It's Your Favorite Podcast. That's right, It's All a Work. It's me, your boy, Big T. We got Hanji Manji down below to the right. We have Dreshin down below to the left, and we are on the heels of an amazing SmackDown. The go-home SmackDown for Saturday night's main event. And they loaded it with a bunch of stuff. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to jump right in because we got work in the morning. So, Cody Rhodes, Mama Rhodes, going to kick off the show this evening. Joe Tessitore in the ring introduces him out. It is Dusty Rhodes' hometown. He asks Cody how he feels about giving up his title to Shawn, and how he feels that this could be the last few moments of him holding his beloved title, the thing that he cares most about. And Cody says, look, man, I got no problem handing over the title to Shawn Michaels. I trust him. And he says that this is the season nowadays that everybody is talking about being in the main event of WrestleMania, and you know what the best way to be in the main event is? The best way to punch your ticket? Well, that is holding this title right here. And obviously it pans to his Universal title. Creation Guy Wrestling says, hey guys, I'm here to watch. We are happy that you are returning. Anybody else? It looks like we have a couple people watching. Anybody else? Please remember to like the video, share, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us after SmackDown and Raw in the PLEs.
Yo, we don't need no finger guns. I saw that. This ain't the hood.
Oh my god. Also, you know what? I did jump right into it, but we'll do a quick, whatever you want to call it. Saturday night's main event. We will be on right after the event. Whether it's just me, whether it's me and G, or me and Dresh, or all three of us, we will be here after the event to talk about it to everybody at 11:30.
Yeah.
Actually,
Also, check out our new YouTube video, the Saturday Night Main Event Chat GPT segment we done today. It's fucking awesome.
True that. We did make a video, and I actually did copy the link to it, I think.
G took some time away, some very high-level meat beating to take care of it with him.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's hurtful, man. Loaded up. I'm loaded up and ready to go.
That is the link to our new video. It is how ChatGPT would book Saturday night's main event. Also on Sunday, we will be releasing a new series called Weekly Wrestling, and basically we quickly go through important news that happened and who won what match in WWE and all of their various shows, instead of breaking it down for an hour and 10 like we normally do. All right, jumping back into it. Joe is going to ask Cody how it feels, how he feels about KO, and Cody in turn asked the crowd, well, how do you guys feel about KO? Whole crowd boos Kevin Owens, of course. He says that while Kevin is a once-in-a-generation talent and he's a genius inside of the ring, and that is true, he has a problem, and that problem is when he is presented with the hard way or the easy way, KO will take the easy road 9 times out of 10. But he says the ladder match is a good thing. The ladder match is a great thing, actually, because the refs cannot stop anything that's going to happen during the match. Joe Tessitore then asks Cody, well, if you had one last message that you could send to Kevin Owens before your match, if you could look him in the eye, what would be the thing that you would say? And Cody says that just because he's a good guy doesn't mean that when you press the button, nothing will happen. He then talks about beating the ring general Gunther, and he talks about beating the greatest champion of the recent era, obviously Roman Reigns, and he says that while he is the son of a plumber, he's also a student of Randy Orton, and he can be as mean as they come if he wants to be. He says if he has one thing left to say, he would say, good luck. Found it really interesting that he brings up Randy Orton here, don't y'all?
No, not interesting. I mean, it's more so it's a regular concept because I mean, KO was the one that put Randy Orton out of commission, so it's only necessary to bring him up.
Kind of feels foreshadowish.
Yep. That's how I kind of felt about it too. It looks like, I mean, but gee, you are also right. I mean, like, they rode together, and this is not a secret. So, but
no.
I just think that this Randy Orton feud's coming. And I wouldn't even be remotely surprised if this Randy Orton feud comes after the Royal Rumble match, their ladder match.
I don't know. They'll have to make it make sense because it wouldn't make sense for Randy to come back. You know, hey Cody, thank you for defending my honor, but now I have to kick your ass for this belt.
Hey, I will. By the way, Liquid Death, Dr. Death, we are not sponsored by them, but we would like to be. If you know anybody in the Liquid Death area, tell them to reach out to us, man. Anyway, look, I will rebuttal your argument with one thing, and that is Randy Orton don't need no damn reason. When did he ever have a reason? What was his reason for being the legend killer and kicking legends in the forehead 20 years ago? I mean, he just did whatever the hell he wanted to do.
Because Bob Orton didn't get the respect that he deserved, and he felt like every other legend. Hey, fuck y'all. So you know what? Fuck my dad. Fuck y'all.
That's fair. G just explained a whole damn plot that I missed 20 years ago. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the back. We got DIY and Pretty Deadly. They're talking before their match.
So before we hit that,
Sure.
I know they're giving up the belts. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
What in your chaotically fucked little mind makes you think that KO's chaotically fucked little mind is going to give up that Winged Eagle belt as hard as he has held onto it at this point?
Probably won't.
Like,
but then again, he won't be able to compete if he doesn't give it up. That's the main thing.
But they told him that if you didn't give me the fucking belt, you were fired, and he still refused.
Yeah. Well,
so, like, is Cody going to have to beat him unconscious at this signing to get the belt away from him?
we might
Or do you
see
think
a
he's
sweet
actually
chin
going to
music.
give it up?
We might see a sweet
possibility.
chin
He
music,
might have
man.
to
Shawn
beat his
Michaels
ass
might get
conscious.
involved.
I'm pretty sure he will get involved because, you know, that is the unformentioned king of controversy.
That's right. So Shawn Michaels.
I mean, I know it's supposed to be coming. I just,
yeah.
the way KO has acted over the last few weeks, I don't see him willingly handing that belt to anybody.
Oh, of course not.
I mean, he was ready to put a fucking stunner on Triple H for it.
Yeah.
The hell makes you think Shawn Michaels is going to get it from him?
Well, what's going to end up happening is Cody's going to end up having to beat him down before the match, basically, or during the contract signing, and then Cody will hand the belt to Shawn, is what I think is going to happen. But you're right, there is going to be some kind of drama. I don't think KO is just going to be like, oh, here's this title that I stole and I've been holding on to for so long. Like, there's no way that's going to happen.
And have we heard anything about this stipulation? I missed most of the stuff tonight. Have we heard anything about the stipulation that they were putting on the match?
Nope.
We won't hear it till tomorrow.
Yeah, as of when G and I recorded the ChatGPT video, I had to have ChatGPT make up an addendum because they haven't released it yet. So I can't wait to hear it. I'm honestly on pins and needles to see what this stipulation is going to be. But either way, we're in the back with DIY and Pretty Deadly, and Pretty Deadly asked DIY, hey man, what's the plan for us going out there? And Johnny says, what plan? There is no plan. I've got to go against Apollo Crews tonight. I have to get ready for my match. You guys have to handle your business. And Pretty Deadly doesn't like this. And they say, look man, we kept talking about a quid pro quo, and there's no quid pro quo happening here. And Tommaso Ciampa just says, hey, I'm going to give you some advice. And that advice is, handle your business. And DIY is going to walk away, and Legado del Fantasma is going to confront Pretty Deadly. Walks up to him and stares at him before getting out of the way and letting them pass. This will bring us into our match, which is Motor City Machine Guns versus Pretty Deadly. I'm going to say this. Pretty Deadly showed me some shit tonight.
I told you they've been getting better and better each segment, man. Each match they're in, they're getting better and better.
I just wish they'd change their gimmick. I can't take them seriously.
But I
don't care how good they look. I can't. I can't even get behind them.
That's the point. But that's the point. You're not supposed to get behind them. They're pretty, but they're also deadly.
Yeah.
That's the point. They're
about as deadly as Carmelo Hayes is not missing.
Hey, look, say what you want. Them boys pulled out moves tonight, man. The boys pulled out some moves.
Like I said, I didn't see it. I can't comment on tonight. I'm just going off of the past. I was working, and I was legitimately working through 90% of this. I wasn't able to sit in the office and watch it.
Right. We just appreciate you being here in general, to be honest. But the thing is, man, I'm telling you, if you saw this match, it was a different side of them. Like, they definitely brought out the deadly and Pretty Deadly. I mean, they threw Chris Sabin's face straight into a pole. Like, to the point to where, like, it happened, and I was like, God damn! And then they threw him over the damn barricade. Alex Shelley walks over to get involved. He's like, yo, that's my mans. And they said, we don't care about your mans. We don't care about you. Beat his ass through him in the ring.
Beat his ass. I was like, yo, they are on one today.
Yeah, man.
They
I was
legit
like,
on one.
I said, this is wild.
Out of all the matches, go back and just watch that one.
Yep.
Go back and watch that one. That shit was insane.
For real. For real, for real, for real. So let's see. What else do I have from this match? When we come back from the commercial, Alex Shelley will eventually get the hot tag. Goes basically on a tear going through Elton, Kip. Alex Shelley gets this wild ass move where Elton is holding Alex, and Kit comes at him, and he does a hip toss to Kip Wilson, and then does some other move to Elton. Like, Elton's like holding on to him the whole time. They end up going for Skull and Bones, and it turns around on him at that point. Pretty Deadly ends up hitting something called the Bad Apple. Basically, it's a code breaker. But it's like a tag team version of a code breaker. And then they do a top rope bulldog for a near fall. But ultimately, Motor City Machine Guns are going to get the Skull and Bones, beat them clean, and continue their path to the championship. Creation Guy Wrestling says WWE needs more tag teams. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. I do think that we need to get more tag teams up in this piece. But WWE needs to do a better job with their tag team division in general. But I do think that right now they're on a good path, especially in SmackDown.
Especially in SmackDown. As far as the move says, you saw that move where I think it was Elton put Kip on his back and then threw him off. Like, that shit was wild.
Yeah, that's what they call the bad apple.
Yeah. That was the bad apple?
Yeah.
Okay.
That shit was
I was
crazy.
like, yo, what the fuck? No, that was actually good shit. All right. I just wanted to address that. I didn't know that was the bad apple. That's wild as hell.
I'm still waiting for one of them to say the name, like Wade Barrett or Joe Tessitore. I'm waiting for one of them to say the name of that move that the Motor City Machine Guns do, where they like drop kick the leg and then they do the front flip over and hold the guy's head and then do the drop kick to the face. They need to name that move.
That's just a move set. That's all that is.
Bro,
that's not even a whole move. That's just a move set.
Even if they call that rapid fire or something, they got to do something.
Actually, that's not bad.
Right? That's what I'm saying. We're going to call it rapid fire on It's All a Work. So if we say rapid fire, that's the move that we're talking about. Hopefully they get in on this. Rick Zamora says, hey guys. Yo, what up, Ricky? What's going on, man? I hope it's okay if we call you Ricky. How'd you like SmackDown, brother? So we're gonna go and just jump ahead to Nick Aldis's office. The Miz walks in and asks, hey man, what am I doing here? Do you want a new talk show host? What's going on? And Nick says, no man, the open window. You're now on SmackDown. The Miz freaks out because the Wyatts are here, and Nick says, look, if I were you, man, I'd make some new friends. So now we're kind of going to the old thing. With Alexa Bliss not getting, with her contract kind of up in the air right now, it is kind of upsetting that we're going back to just The Miz. We're going back to The Miz, and some other people are going to get involved with the Wyatts. I feel like it's fallen flat, but then again, we all called it. We said it's going to go for about 8 months and fall flat. We've already talked about it, and it kind of sucks, man. I want it to be more.
I mean, it looks like they're going to try and completely rework it, waiting on Alexa Bliss. But I mean, bringing the Miz back into it, I kind of like on my side of it, because I don't feel like they finished that storyline. I feel like the Final Testament stepped in and it derailed the whole fucking thing. Like, we didn't see the finish of the Wyatts and Miz. So having the Wyatts back in the same place as the Miz, I think they're going to actually draw that storyline through and finally give the Wyatts a full storyline, not just throw them here and throw them there and throw them here and throw them there, you know?
Okay. Makes sense. Right. G, you were saying something?
No, it's just more of agreeing. I just feel like they didn't finish their segment. They didn't finish their working together because it, like he said, the Final Testament stepped in, kind of got convoluted, and then it just kind of fizzled out. So,
like,
hopefully,
the biggest thing with the Final Testament stepping in is the storyline. As soon as they stepped in, it started to shift. And it wasn't about the Miz anymore. It slid over to Carrion and Carrion and Carrion, and then seemingly nobody cared. So it just, and the Miz is good at making, oddly enough, the Miz is a good actor.
Oh yeah, he is.
So he may not be my favorite wrestler in the world, but he's a good actor. So he'll make the story component of it compelling, and I think it'll be a good storyline that we'll see unfold.
Could be. I mean, the people don't like to talk about this for some reason, but when the Miz is involved in something, it's always good. It's like you're saying, he's a good actor, he's very entertaining. So yeah, I think you're right.
I didn't say he was a bad wrestler. I just said he's not one of my favorites.
All right, so I feel like y'all have convinced me. Maybe I'm judging it too quickly. Maybe I should just let him cook.
Let them cook for a little bit. It's still gonna fizzle out. Like, and it didn't even last 8 months, honestly. But
yeah,
we'll see.
It took 8 months to fucking debut him.
So,
it's like holding in the fart for so long.
yo. So Kevin Owens now, after commercial, Kevin Owens is going to come out through the crowd from behind Joe and says, yo, Joe, where's my interview at? Wade immediately cowers, by the way, to the side of the announce table. And I'm like, yo, this man didn't try to protect Joe at all. I'm like, you're a former whole-ass wrestler, and you're just like, nah, I don't want none of that. KO says that on Saturday he's going to become the real champion. And then he starts some static with Matthew McConaughey, which is going to go out throughout the entire night, by the way. And while he's talking smack to Matthew McConaughey, of all people, music hits. Jimmy Uso's music hits. And he comes out, KO gets in the ring, tells Matthew McConaughey, you're lucky. Turns around, gets in the ring. And Jimmy gets in the ring. And KO says, why are you here? And Jimmy says, because you talk too damn much. Right in the face. Punches him right in the head. Jimmy beats him down. Goes for the Uso splash. KO's going to roll out of the ring before he can hit it. And then he picks up the mic and he says, hey man, this is a land where crazy things happen, so let's make it get even more crazy. How about you versus me tonight on SmackDown? No yeet. And, spoiler, we're going to get that match.
That's it.
Let's see what we got here. Hold on. We got Rick throwing up some comments. Let's see what we got. He says, it would be cool if they make a storyline out of it. The Miz comes to Raw like always, and Pierce says he's not welcome. The Miz refuses to go to SmackDown and goes to Raw again in 2 weeks. Then he gets ejected by security and forced to fight the Wyatt Six due to not presenting himself on SmackDown. I mean,
I actually like that.
I understand. That's a whole ass story. I'm not upset about it. Also, I can see the Miz trying to run. As we'll talk about a little bit tonight, he literally couldn't find anybody to actually roll with him.
He found two people willing, yeah.
Yep.
So he almost found somebody.
For about 3 minutes, he found somebody.
Right. So it's like,
Yo, no, Nick Aldis Waffle just waiting in the wings. She's like, oh, he found them. Hold on, let me go ahead and message Scrap Daddy real quick.
Yeah, I was like, Nick Aldis ain't shit, man. He knew exactly what he was doing. I love it. All right, so we're gonna see Nick Aldis in the back talking on the phone in his office, and Carmelo's gonna come in and says, man, what you mean, KO and Jimmy? Jimmy was supposed to be mine tonight. And Nick says, hey man, look, that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's just kind of the way the ball rolls. But if you really want to, if it means so much to you, you can go against him next week. But this week, I have someone for you. It's actually a transfer from Raw. And Carmelo says he wants to see the guy first. And he says once he sees the guy, I want to humble him and tell him that SmackDown is the land of the Sharks. I want to let him know. And Nick says, okay. But before we get to see who it was, we're going to get into our next match. And our next match is Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus B-Fab and Mia Chin. I only got a couple notes from this, honestly. It's a nice little feud they kind of have going on, but I really need the United States title to pick up. And I think with this little shakeup that they're doing, it's going to happen. But I think they're going to end the Mia Chin feud. And then I think Chelsea's going to continue on to someone else next week. But basically, Mia Chin's going to waste no time trying to get Chelsea in the ring. After a quick back and forth with Piper, she's gonna go for the long back attack, which I can't with this damn move. And she'll miss
back attack. It's crazy.
And she'll miss Chelsea with and Chelsea's gonna take over, gets Piper back into the match. B-Fab's gonna eventually get the hot tag. It's gonna lead to a pin attempt, and Piper elbows Mia Chin and Chelsea both. Now I think that Piper kind of botched this a little bit because she hit more of Mia Chin, but she was supposed to hit more Chelsea. Either way, it doesn't matter. They recovered quick enough to where you couldn't really tell. And Piper tries to fix the situation. She says, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'll fix it. But she ends up getting thrown out of the ring. Mia Chin does the eat the feet which is basically I can't remember what it used to be called. It used to be called like the shotgun or something. But she does the eat the feet and she pins Chelsea. And so what happened is Mi Chin pins the champion clean, which leads later on to her getting a confirmed title shot next week.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was saying. I think they're just going to end this feud next week, and Mi Chin and B-Fab are going to kind of go and do their own thing afterwards. No offense against B-Fab, no offense against Mi Chin. I just don't think. I just don't think
Michin
they're
got
fully.
the long back attack. Piper gonna hit her with the big back attack.
Jesus Christ.
But I just don't think that B-Fab is fully there right now, and I think it's because of her lack of TV time, because she's got the.
I'll say it's only
for it.
her second time in the ring in like 4 years, so give her a break.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And
4 years is crazy.
But she's got the mouth for it, man. She can talk. The girl can talk, 100%.
Gross.
Oh yeah.
And Mi Chin, I just feel like Mi Chin's missing something. Maybe Mi Chin is missing the talking aspect, and that's why they put B-Fab and Mi Chin together. Because Mi Chin actually is a good wrestler. So I don't know. It's just together. Even together, they seem like they're missing something for me.
I can see them being a tag team. Like,
Definitely.
An actual tag team. And go against Bianca and Jay, or Bianca and Naomi, or some shit
I'll
like
say
that.
Jade's sitting in her living room. Don't mess with her right now.
Man, look, Jay sitting in the living room contemplating on coming back and destroying Naomi. So that's what I'm waiting on.
Jade's sitting in her
I was
living
hoping
room
she'd
like
be
Bronson
back.
Reed sitting in the fucking hospital.
Yeah, well.
No, he at the hospital. He on crutches.
Creation guy's back in the chat. He says this SmackDown show cooked. It was great. I do agree. I mean, it was a good show. It was definitely a good go home show. It really was. So I was very, very happy with what they did tonight. We're gonna move right along to, and you'll see all the women that's in this little promo pic that I made, to the Tiffy Time promo. It was indeed Tiffy time, but it was not only Tiffy's time. It was a lot of other freaking people's time, so we're going to go through it real quick. So Tiffany Stratton is going to come down to the ring. She comes out and says that she's the center of the universe once again. She said she's not worried about anyone who could possibly win the Royal Rumble because she just beat last year's winner, and whoever wins, they're on Tiffy time. But with that, and it scared the shit out of her. Right. I was going to say, it scared the shit out of her. Rhea Ripley's music hit, and she was like, oh, damn, I wasn't trying to get my ass kicked. Wait a minute. Rhea comes down to the ring.
Jesus.
And she says, look, Tiffy, I know you're kind of new around here, but I'm women's champion too. And while I respect what you did to Nia Jax to win your title, it's not going to be anything compared to what I do to her tomorrow at Saturday night's main event. Now, the second that happens, Nia Jax comes out. Her music hits, and she brings down the Poison Pixie Candice LeRae with her. She says that this is a historic moment because she's here to officially announce that she's going to be in the Royal Rumble match. Again, and I say again because she declared on Netflix during one of the commercials that you can't see unless you pay the extra money. So she did it tonight on live TV, but she did declare on
You know
Raw
what's wild is
Monday.
he keeps saying paying the extra money. I looked. I have the highest subscription you can have for YouTube,
Yeah.
and I still get fucking commercials.
Netflix.
Whatever.
Netflix.
That too.
Do you really?
I pay like $24 a month for that shit, and I still get commercials. Whenever I start up Raw, it tells you in the bottom corner
Yeah.
that we don't give a shit if you pay the extra. You're still getting commercials.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
still good
They
ass.
treat me like George.
Yeah. Are you watching it on your computer, T, or are you?
I'll say I'm watching it on my tablet.
I'm streaming it. I stream it on my Samsung.
Interesting. I don't know. That I'm gonna have to try a different. I'll just see if that helps. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe it's
Yeah,
just the
weird.
device, or maybe it's the market. Maybe if you're out west, they
Well,
don't
I've
give a
watched it
shit.
on my computer too, and it does the same thing. Even with my ad blocker on the computer, I still get the commercials.
That's weird.
I don't know that. Yeah.
I'll look into it and
Have to
figure it
turn-
out. Maybe it's something that you have to do, or again, maybe it's just the market. That is weird. So yeah, Nia comes out, declares herself for the Rumble. She says that she plans to beat Rhea tomorrow night, and then enter the Rumble and win, and then beat Tiffany for her title at WrestleMania to become a women's double champion, which actually hasn't happened yet, I don't think. So, oh no, Becky two belts. Yeah, Becky two belts. Never mind, it has happened. Either way, whatever. She wants to be the second person to do it. Either way, enter Bianca Belair and Naomi. Naomi says that she's going to enter the Royal Rumble and win it. And Bianca says, well, that's weird because I'm going to enter the Royal Rumble and I'm going to win it. And then she says, well, as long as you win, or as long as one of us wins, but I'm going to win. And then Bianca says the same thing, and they're just kind of being goofy and, you know, carefree and whatever. It's cool. And then they both say that Nia definitely isn't going to win. Enter Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Liv says that, look who's in the ring. A woman who lost her man to a real woman, and a woman who's a Liv Morgan doppelganger wearing a title that would look much better on her. She says that none of the women in the ring have the ability to win the Royal Rumble because she is declaring entering the Royal Rumble, and she's declaring that she's going to be the winner of the Royal Rumble. And she says, I can declare this because Raquel Rodriguez is also going to be joining in the Royal Rumble, and she's going to ensure my victory. With this, Rhea just headbutts the shit out of Liv Morgan, and the entire thing breaks out into chaos until Nick Aldis is seen walking down to the ring before the commercial. We don't get the announcement, but basically he turns this into an official match. And this match will be Naomi, Bianca, and Rhea versus Candice LeRae, Liv Morgan, and Nia Jax. Creation Guy
It
Wrestling.
ain't none of them winning, because wasn't there an official announcement tonight about Charlotte actually being in the Rumble?
Yes, and I was gonna get to that. They did this whole entire segment right after Charlotte Flair said, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble."
So she's winning the Rumble.
Charlotte's winning. Yeah,
She's probably gonna win.
and then she's taking the butt off of Tiffany. Sorry, T.
You're right. This has been in my head. I don't think Tiffany's gonna beat Charlotte unless there's some kind of shenanigans, and Tiffany doesn't have any friends right now, so there's not gonna be any shenanigans. It sucks, but Charlotte will beat her. Crazy Guy Wrestling. Crazy Guy Wrestling says, "Can we please WWE and Triple H retire the damn women's tag titles, please?" Man,
They don't ever do anything with them.
Yeah, then hence why I say I think B-Fab and Mitch would be good for it.
here's the thing.
Honestly, they ain't doing shit with them.
Here's the thing.
Bianca and
They could make the tag titles a lot greater than they do. And the tag titles are such a good opportunity for the women of WWE. It's just the stories aren't there. They're not writing good stories. It's just they don't know what to do with them, man. It's great. And it's the same thing with the men's tag belts. Like, the men's tag belts are just now getting lifted off the ground. But like, the fact that the women's tag titles, there's only one set between two brands. Like, there's a lot of issues. There's a lot of weird issues that they have to fix. And I in a way I agree, but in a way I don't. I think that WWE just needs to put someone on it to write stories and fix it. I think it should be us. WWE, hire us. We're cheap. $80,000 a piece. We'll write the stories. Easy. I'll be more than happy.
We'll come up with
Oh, I
some
know
weird
it's
shit, I
right.
promise.
Yeah, I swear to God, it'll be interesting as hell.
No. I mean, and I know,
Now you got a baby on the way.
and I know,
You know, I can't get a match.
I know
She got
that,
nothing but cats.
I know WWE can spend $240,000 for at least a 3-year contract for all three of us to see what we can do. I'm just saying.
Man.
Anyway, we're gonna get into this match. Do I have that promo pick up? I do. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and get into this match. Again, not a crazy amount of notes in this match. It was very chaotic, and I was building the stream at the same time. But Rhea really showcases some crazy power. Candice LeRae goes for a tornado DDT at one point, and Rhea turns it into a suplex. Literally just muscles her up. Like, just gets her up.
Mm-hmm.
And then all three women get in the ring shortly after that, and Bianca and Rhea just take Naomi and force throw her upside down to make her do a backflip onto Candice, which is hilarious. Liv at one point gets Bianca on the top corner, starts pulling her hair. Nia's going to do a sneaky tag in. Bianca successfully does a backflip off those top ropes, but she receives a clothesline from dominant Nia. Nia just goes on a tear, starts taking people out, goes for the Annihilator, gets pushed over the top rope, receives a forearm to the face from Bianca, ends up going to the floor as we go to commercial. We come back. The finish ends up being Rhea going on a tear, hitting a Riptide on Liv onto Nia. And then Rhea gets taken out. Not Rhea, sorry. Rhea then gets taken out, and Bianca does a KOD to Candice, which would have been it. But Liv rolls her up for the 1-2-3 from behind. Which is crazy.
Yeah, that's the first thing I mentioned talking to T when I got in the call is I got to see the end of this, and I'm like, another fucking roll up. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that is the first thing.
Like, we had 2 fucking months of every time we turn around, it's a triple threat or a fatal 4-way. Now, fuck your finishing move. Just pin them.
A lot of people don't like the false finish, but they do this kind of stuff for protection. The problem is that Vince would do it every match on a Raw or SmackDown, and that was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree, Dresh, Triple H is booking it to happen a lot more lately.
He seems to have just whimsy of, all right, this month, this is all we're going to do. And then next month, you know, we're going to no-sell everybody's finishing move at least once every match. And then next month, we're going to do fatal 4-ways. And then next month, fuck it, just give the guy standing next to you the belt and he's the champion now. You know, it's just...
Right.
Damn.
Rick says, I couldn't watch tonight's SmackDown, but this is a great review. Thank you, man. We appreciate that. Yeah, and just because Rick mentioned that, again, I always like to tell people throughout the stream, like the video, share our podcast with your friends, subscribe to the channel. Everything helps out like that. But I'm glad you like it so far, man. That's dope. Yeah, and I thought this was a weird tag team in general to put, or a weird triple threat tag team to put together in general. Or 3-person tag team, 6-woman tag team, whatever you want to call it. But they made it work. It was just weird that Liv Morgan was on Nia Jax's side just because she was the heel. But the thing with the fact that
wasn't
Liv Morgan,
it like 7 technically? Because there was
Yeah,
Rhea, Bianca. Yeah, because it was no, even with Tiffany gone, it was Rhea, Bianca, and
Raquel
Naomi,
sideline.
and then Raquel was over on the other side too. I swear to God, I saw her in the ring at least once.
well, she got
Like
she got
it was
involved.
4 on
She
3.
stood on the ring.
Yeah, she got on the ring apron. She got involved. Rhea took her out, and then
Yeah.
that's when Rhea got put over the top rope. And that was something that they were trying to show is that it was people going over the top rope. But the thing is that the commentators didn't comment on it, so no one caught it. But like someone else, I can't remember who it was, but someone else, and then Rhea went over the top rope, and the commentators should have said, "Oh, if that happens at the Royal Rumble, you know, somebody will be eliminated." I guess they probably didn't say it because Rhea's the champion, so I guess that makes sense. But I mean, it was a perfect time to bring up the Rumble.
It's a little old. That's old school. You ain't gotta do that.
Oh yeah, that's literally Vince McMahon and Gorilla. That's what he would do. He'd be like,
Yeah,
"All
no.
right, pal, bring up the
Yeah.
Rumble right here." Like, remind people.
Right.
Like it's that's what he
No,
would do.
you ain't gotta do that. We know what's coming. It's gonna be great. Just let them cook. They'll be all right. You
That's
ain't gotta mention it.
That's fair. That's fair. So again, you all know I'm a Liv fan. So I mean, I like Rhea a lot more than Liv, but Liv getting the roll up here, being sneaky, and then getting out of the ring, loved it. She stayed true to who she was. Fantastic. So I just want to mention this real quick because I saw a creation guy post it, and you are right. AJ Lee could be in the Rumble. I hope she is in it, but I don't think she will be, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to hopefully get all three of us here to do a video that'll drop later next week about our Royal Rumble predictions, who we think is going to win what, any surprise entrants and stuff like that. It's getting tight with our schedules and stuff at work, but we're going to try to drop it. AJ Lee is actually one of my picks to be in. I think that AJ Lee is going to show up. I'm hoping that they do a last-minute secret contract negotiation with Alexa and get her in it. Becky's going to be in it. You know, Charlotte. I called Charlotte before they, did all this shit. But
we talked about Charlotte being in months ago. Like that was something we talked about. Yeah,
that wasn't a surprise.
Yeah.
Also, Nikki Bella's gonna be in it too.
Yes, Nikki Bella's gonna be in the Rumble. Yep, 100%. Nikki Bella will be there. But the Rumble's so hard. Like Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez is 100% going to be in the Rumble. Obafemi is going to be in the Rumble. 100%.
Jada Parker and Lola Vice. God damn.
You think they're going to be in the Rumble?
Yeah,
he's hoping just so he can watch them get thrown around.
But see, that's what I was meaning.
And Lash Legend.
That's what I was mean. I mean, Lash Legend. Would probably
I
be
could
in
see
there.
Lash Legend.
But it's going to be tough because there's only 30 spots and we have so many stars right now, and that's the tough thing. So I don't know.
Oh, Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace is definitely going to be in it too.
Hulk Hogan's going to be in the men's.
Hey, Ricky, man.
All right, let's move on.
Ricky, if you're still watching, do you have anybody you want to see in the Rumble? And Creation Guy says maybe Hiroshi Tanahashi in the men's Rumble. That would be yo.
Hey. That'd be a shock.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I know that Joe Henry's going to be in the Rumble. We all know Joe Henry's going to be in the Rumble.
Man, if we saw Swerve Strickland in the Rumble, it's some shit that's going on.
I don't know about Swerve, but what about Joe Hendry?
Yeah, I just said
the TNA champ right now.
Oh yeah, Joe Hendry's going to be in the Rumble.
That's what 100%. He was just saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you see him beat himself this past week?
What?
You see him beat himself?
No.
In the ring? Yeah. Joe Hendry had to fight Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry won.
Well, good for him.
His first title defense.
Yeah. They told him he needed to fight his demons, fight himself.
My God.
Jesus Christ.
So we're gonna go ahead and move on. We go to the back. Chelsea and Piper are kind of licking their wounds in the back, and Mia Chin walks up with B-Fab. She says, "Hey, Nick is giving me one more shot at the title. I'm feeling really confident now that I have somebody in my corner like you've had someone in your corner this entire time. I'll see you next week, bish." So we're going to do that, which is going to be awesome. Again, I think Mi Chin loses, and we end this feud. We put a cap on it. And that's going to move us to literally my favorite match of the night. Apollo Crews versus Johnny Gargano with Tommaso Ciampa at ringside.
I know why it was your favorite match. I know 100%. Because Apollo Crews won his first match in 33 years.
Preach, brother. Preach. Now look, G ain't going to be happy because G knows that there's no long-term respect on his name. But I'm just happy to see him win.
No, fuck that. Because you know why?
He won by roll-up.
Fucking roll-up.
He won by fucking roll-up.
So no.
Yes, he did.
No, I don't even respect that win. He lost again.
Gee, you pain me, brother. You pain me. I mean, like, I understand it was
the
a
man
roll-up.
finally gets the win.
I understand it was a roll-up, and I
At least he
understand.
got TV time.
But I understand that they also buried his signature move. He pulled his signature move out. Like, I mean, he buried it himself by doing it. But, like, he pulled his signature move out like it was nothing. Just did the standing moonsault. He did the military press to standing moonsault. In NXT 10 years ago, he beat, like, everybody with that. Military press, boom, standing moonsault, done. Like,
Motherfucker, it was like a 1.5 count.
Yeah, so that pissed me off. But outside of that, I was like, man, I'm just happy to see Apollo Crews back in the ring, man. I hope they put him in the Rumble. They won't, but I hope they do. Like, I don't know, man. I just
so you
want to see
get
more of
tossed
him.
out. So you get tossed out by a surprise visit by Brock Lesnar.
I'm
The only
hoping.
motherfucker he tossed out.
No, he's gonna get thrown out by Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
No, I want to see him have a program with Shinsuke.
Might stop watching it.
So
nah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, so I want to see him have a program with Shinsuke, but unfortunately, it's going to be Damian Priest. Which, by the way, I think
You do have to win occasionally to take on a champion.
I think I skipped a part here. Because after the women's part, after the women's match,
That's when Damian and Cody were in the back.
Well, that's where you see Damian. No, that's where you see Damian walk up to
Nick.
Carmelo Hayes, and they solidify their match. I missed that.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed that on my notes. So that happens after the women's match. But either way, we're gonna get Apollo versus. Oh wait, hold on. I got a reply from Rick here. Rick says, I would love to see Alexa Bliss, but her contractual situation, I don't think she'll make it, so I'm keeping my hopes low. And it would be cool to see Barrett there,
Wait,
too.
Barrett get back in it. I'd love to see that too, but I don't think we're getting that, brother.
Stranger things have happened. I really hope. Look, here's the thing: if they come to a contractual agreement with Alexa, she'll re-debut at the Rumble. But I'm with you, man. I'm keeping my expectations low. I really hope that they do it. It sucks because I play the devil's advocate with this stuff. Like, she was out on injury, so because she was out on injury, they tried to extend her contract, and like. So they came back to her, or her people came to WWE and said, we want different terms. And they said, no, we're extending the contract because she's been out since 2023. So she has to have the same terms. No more money, no more, basically nothing different. And that's
people, actually becoming pretty commonplace. I mean, you've seen fights with AEW with wrestlers here recently a lot. Yeah, Ray being one of them, exactly.
Yeah, Ray being the big
where he had to go out for an injury, they bring him back, and they're like, all right, well, it's time for a new contract, and the company's like, no, bitch,
like,
you still owe us another year. Yeah,
you gotta finish your old contract. The fuck you mean you get a new one?
Yep.
Finish your old one. You be all right.
But I see it both ways too, because she signed the contract, but also this is like, God forbid you get injured, because now it's a prison sentence,
Kind of, yeah.
So it kind of sucks. But either way, Apollo
Does that
versus...
mean Big E's still on the same contract he was 10 years ago?
Well, he's fulfilling his contract in different ways.
Gross.
No, jeez. But Apollo versus Johnny. So Apollo's going to come out the gate strong, showing a lot of strength and agility, doing muscle-up suplex. That muscle-up suplex that he did to Johnny in the beginning was crazy, because Johnny's body was hanging over, and to hold someone like this and then to freaking pull him up like that is nuts.
But, no TV time, no whatever. Yep.
Well, what's funny is I literally wrote that. I was like, he does the muscle up, he does a backflip off the apron onto Johnny. The commentators kept talking about how he quote unquote has it all, and that's what I said. I was like, for some reason, it isn't enough to get him ahead of anything, is it?
He has it all, but can't put him on TV. God damn, that mic work is more important than that damn body work. I swear to God.
Yo, Rick over here talking about Ricochet over in AEW.
Y'all want to handle that one?
Ooh.
He ain't it.
Man.
I mean, according to him, he's the reason AEW exists right now.
He did say that.
Those are his exact fucking words.
I like that heel work that he's pushing right now.
I've seen some of these matches, man. I've seen fifth grade ballets better choreographed than some of his matches lately.
That's wild.
It's the flippy dudes with him and Will Ospreay. That's what the people want. Well, at least over there, that's what they want.
Okay, but when you do the flippy dudes, you got to at least do the flippy do right. Make it look believable. Do it at normal speed, not fucking one backflip every 6 seconds. I'm just saying.
Nah.
So
I mean,
what they
when,
want.
but, I mean, when your
So
sellout
let
crowd
me
is
get it up.
3 people, I guess you can do what you need.
All right,
Dang, man, that's
moving on.
rough. That's
Moving
so
on.
rough.
We gotta finish the podcast.
Oh my god. Yo, Rick just asked a
God damn,
question, man.
moving
You
on.
gotta shoot both barrels. Jesus. Wait, man. Okay, look. Here's the thing.
I
will take him and Tony Khan out. Fuck him.
my commentary on it is that Ricochet is always going to be Ricochet in the ring. I love what Ricochet does in the ring. But
I liked what Ricochet WWE did. Ricochet AEW, it's like going to AEW has dulled him. Like, I see more botches in his matches. They're either not practicing them, people aren't paying attention to the choreograph. It looks horrid every time I've seen him in the ring. It's nothing against him, because a lot of it's the choreography of the match. It just looks sloppy, horrid, and it really looks like somebody's begging to get hurt.
Damn.
Every time I see him trying to do his style of wrestling with what he's put up against, every match you look at it and you go, God, somebody's going to get hurt on this.
So let me ask
Like,
you.
there is no safe wrestling that I see at all.
Damn. So let me ask you this then. Is it WWE that showcased him because the people that he was with in WWE helped him look good? As like they work together? Like maybe in AEW the people that he's with aren't working with him correctly. Because he put on bangers. Like he did crazy things in WWE.
He did. I loved him in WWE, but I have specifically watched AEW events looking to see him. And I've been disgusted with every one of them because the wrestling does not look safe. The wrestling is not clean. The choreography feels off. You know, when we were talking about Jade and how her matches have so many botches in them, it feels like it's that exact same way. You know, you go from the sharp wrestling that Ricochet had in WWE to, you know, this looks like he just stepped out of one of the wrestling schools somewhere. Like it doesn't show that he has the experience he had.
Damn.
And then just like Triple H said many, many times about Ricochet, the man's a monster in the ring, but the man don't know how to work a fucking mic.
Yeah. Well,
No,
that's my
changed.
input is that like I've seen him do some stuff with like Ospreay and stuff, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. But it's his mic work. His mic work is killing me. It's just awkward.
Like when he gets in the ring with Ospreay, those matches are good because Ospreay's got that level. Like you throw him in with Swerve Strickland, same thing. You're gonna get that level because they're there. But you throw him in the just about any other match that I've seen him in AEW, it's just not there. Like it looks to me like they're wasting this man. You know, they brought him over, tried to hype him up. Just something's not right. Ricochet's not Ricochet. Ricochet's not like he doesn't draw my eye like he did in WWE. He really doesn't.
Hopefully we can get him in TNA
Nope,
or
he's
something.
there.
And maybe it ends up being a different beast. Creation Guy Wrestling says, oh, by the way, I separated my shoulder in wrestling training on Wednesday, so I'm out for a little bit. Hey, man, that sucks. I'm sorry. Get better soon, man. Just ice it and
better, homie.
rub some dirt in it. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding, man. That sucks, bro.
Jesus Christ.
We wish you a speedy recovery, man. Get back in that.
Well,
Don't let it deter you, though,
sound
man.
like Vince
Get back in that ring and do your thing.
Thick
Sound
thighs
like
save
Vince
lives.
McMahon over here.
So Rick also says it looks like he agrees with you, Drush. He says, "Yep, I think he was better in WWE. One of the few interesting things about AEW. Yeah. Yep. It's funny because Ricochet does say that he's saving AEW, which is fucking nuts. So
Like,
I mean,
that interview, he said he's the only reason AEW is still around. Like, come on, bro.
But
I mean, they got Tony Storm.
true.
Jesus.
But let's wow. I mean, Tony Storm is amazing. I love her, to be honest. But either way, where are we at? Yeah, the commentator is talking about how he has it all and stuff. So Johnny ends up taking over the match with a super kick, but it doesn't matter much because Cruz is going to end up doing his military press slam to a standing moonsault, and that's where he gets that near fall that I was talking about, G. Then they're going to exchange kicks back and forth until Apollo ends up on the outside from the exchange. Ciampa gets involved, hits him with a running knee to the face. Johnny was going to take advantage of this, but the Motor City Machine Guns just walk out down to the ramp. They come out, cast that distraction. Apollo gets the roll up for the victory. And that's kind of your match there. Again, I just love seeing Apollo win, man. I love seeing him out there doing his thing. Sometimes it makes me think that Triple H watches the podcast every now and again, because like when we start talking about certain things, it's crazy how the next week it happens. So I'm just happy we got him.
Can he get a one without a roll up? Can we get a win without a roll up?
No.
Triple H, if you're watching, can we get a win without a roll up? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tweet Triple H right now. That's what we're gonna do. Boom. All right, we're going over to X.
Man, if you don't move on.
At Triple H, can we book at Apollo to win clean without a roll up next? Thanks. Hashtag SmackDown at WWE at WWE Universe. Hashtag Big T. Boom. All right, we have asked Triple H for a clean win. Let's see if we get it. Now we're going to move on to LA Knight, versus Tama Tonga. Really? No one's going to do the yes? All right. So the Jacob Fatu is going to be a damn champion. He's going to be the damn champion in 2026. I'm calling it right now. After all these stories are done that they're telling, Jacob's going to get in there and he's going to win the damn title. Like, he is... Dude.
Jacob was out there talking shit to McConaughey, too. Like, he didn't fuck.
Yeah, Jacob was talking shit. They was talking mad shit.
There's about a 50-50 chance that Jacob will make good on the shit he's talking. So, you don't really know. But either way, before the match, he gets on the mic, he cuts a mean promo. It's actually, to people who would know, it's actually an old promo that he did. He actually, so I don't know if y'all saw this, but he started the promo and then he stalled. And when he stalled, I think he forgot what he wanted to say or what he was supposed to say, so he just did his old promo. He did his King Kong promo.
Yeah, he did. I was like, Nick, I've heard this before.
I heard that promo. I'd never heard the promo before, but I thought it was fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. Right. So that promo is one of the big promos.
You ain't either, because I'm both.
Right.
Because I'm both. I said, what?
Right.
Wait a
I thought
minute.
she was a werewolf. What the hell?
But that's the thing. Is that's one of the promos that gained him a lot of notoriety when he was feuding with that one guy back in the day. Like, that promo he cut gained him notoriety, and he just went back. He basically went back to his bread and butter, and he's like, I forgot what I was going to say.
Yep.
Fuck it. Here you go. Old promo. And it was fire. Like, he literally brought it back. And I bet you when he got back to Gorilla after the match, he was praised for that shit.
He wasted it, though. Like, you should have saved it for Big Bronson Reed if he ever came back, because, Bronson's got that outfit that makes him look like Godzilla,
Yeah.
They've had their match. They've had their match in MLW, so, and it's a banger. You have to watch it.
But LA Knight gets to come out, and then he gets the mic, and he wants to talk to you. Yeah. He calls Tama Tonga and Jacob half-wits and says that they have hell to pay. He says he knows he got his ass kicked last week, but it was worth it just to get a piece. He says, tonight I'm going to get the whole thing. He says that Tama is going to get a BFT, and if Jacob gets involved, he's going to kick him so hard in the head that he won't be able to stop the shakes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny. He said, LA Knight is fantastic.
Here's the thing about LA Knight. He rises to the occasion. I don't know if you noticed this, but his intensity was like that much more up tonight. And the reason it was, like, his promo, that much more up. And the reason it was is because they put him with Jacob, who cut a fire promo on him. So LA was like, well, I'm going to cut a fire promo on you back. What the hell? So, like, I like that. Yeah. I like that LA matches your energy. It's amazing.
Well to blow, man. Good on that mic.
Yep. So, let's see, where we at? So Tama's gonna try to attack LA. He's pissed off, right? He's just pissed off when the match starts and LA tries to get in the ring. It's gonna backfire him, and LA beats the hell out of him. Beats the hell out of Tama with a new level of intensity. The fight spills to the outside where Tama's going to eventually take over and snap LA's head into the steel stairs before we go to commercial. Get back in the ring after commercial. We're going to cut to LA hitting the big elbow drop, goes for the BFT. But Jacob gets in the ropes. LA kicks him off the apron, goes for the BFT, beats Tama Tonga for the 1-2-3. It is going to be LA Knight winning this one. After the match, though, Fatu's going to pull him out, slam him on the announcer's table. He looks like he's about to do more damage, but then Braun comes out to the ring. Braun Strowman. There's a lot of Brauns nowadays. Tama gets Jacob before he gets into the ring, but Jacob shrugs him off like he's literally a fly, and then Jacob just gets into the ring.
The fuck out of him. I was like, is this beef? Holy shit!
All right, well, that's the thing. That's the thing with Jacob is he's so crazy and so unpredictable. Like you literally don't know if he's just about to beat the shit out of Tama Tonga for no reason. So, by the way, the two stare off. Braun rips his shirt off. Tama tries to distract Jacob for a second. Tama tries to distract Braun, and Braun still dodges it when Jacob does his attack. Jacob slams his head on the ring post, and then you get the clothesline from Braun to get him outside. Tama actually holds on to him this time and actually pulls him away. Great match. I mean,
Jacob
just fantastic.
On that hot. And you know, it's crazy. We're talking about Jacob almost the entire time during this segment, but the height he got up on that springboard that he missed on Braun was crazy. I just wanted to mention that because he got up there. And I was like, yo, you too big to be doing that for one.
He could jump the corner in the turnbuckle, and he could do a swanton over it. He's got that motherfucker can jump. He got air. But the thing is he's one of those. He's a Jeff Hardy guy. Is what like he's Jeff Hardy like in the way that we're like. I've listened to some of his story, and some of his story is literally like he was in jail, saw the Usos on TV, and was like, "This is gonna save my life." And
he had a Mark Wahlberg type story.
Yeah, he was basically like, I'm gonna die, like I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna die trying to do it. Like, man, I mean, honestly, the dude's crazy, but I feel like, to be honest, I feel like the dude's got a heart of gold. Like, he just wants what he wants. He provides for his kids. He has like, I mean,
he's the father of half of the Samoan Islands, so you know.
Jesus. I mean, he's probably done some messed up things here and there. Like, there's that him being accused of bailing on shows and taking money, but I mean, who knows?
They proved that to be false.
They did prove it to be false? Okay,
yeah,
good.
The guy said he missed the email, and I'm like, that's crazy you missed that email, but whatever. Instead of hitting up Jacob, he decides, oh, I'm gonna tweet at WWE. It's like, yo, the email's been right there the entire time, but you know, you missed it. All right, cool.
That's crazy. That's crazy. We got Ricky up in the chat. He says LA Knight needs to win the Rumble next year, or in 2 years, and become the world champion. I agree with that.
If you're giving him a time frame, yeah, he's got a short time frame.
Yeah,
I think he'd do it without winning the Rumble, though. I think he'd either get it out of like an elimination chamber or something to that effect. I don't think they'd give him the whole Rumble right now. There's too many people they kind of feel like have in line.
Yeah, an elimination chamber win would be dope. Yeah, LA Knight is they need to strap a rocket to him. I agree. Like, he doesn't have a lot of time left in the ring. I mean, even though he looks great and he does great, but he's still older. You know,
he's like what, 45, 47, somewhere in there.
I don't think he's 47.
Yeah.
Nah, look that shit up. Is he 47 doing this? That's crazy.
He's old.
While we're looking
that up,
42.
He's the same age as me, fucker.
Oh.
Well,
he was born November 1st, 1982.
He ain't got that much time. He old as hell. So.
How old is he?
Don't go down, motherfucker.
42.
He's 42.
42.
Don't go down.
That's it. He got 2 more years.
Creation guy says Braun versus Jacob. Yeah, we're getting that tomorrow night, man.
Yep.
That's
Gonna be a hell of a fight.
Dude, I cannot wait. You said they went against each other in MLW?
No, him and Bronson went against
Bronson
each other.
Reed.
Bronson
were
Reed.
MLW.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, cause damn. But yeah, tomorrow night, Saturday night's main event. It's gonna be the shit. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait to see it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on, so we can keep it to our hopeful time frame. We go to the back. We see Miz talking to A-Town Down Under, and it looks as if Miz has found his new friends to help him with the Wyatt problem. He gives them promises of the Marine 7, and then Nick Aldis comes up and tells them that, hey guys, y'all are going to Raw. And then they get all excited, and they're like, hey man, but we're still going to be in the Marine 7, man. Hit us up, let us know. Then we're going to get a Shinsuke Nakamura vignette after that, where he's going to declare himself for the Royal Rumble, and he says that anyone who goes against him is going to lose against him. He says he has things to do, and one of the things that he has to do is win the Royal Rumble. It's really funny because everybody's line is, I'm declaring for the Royal Rumble, and I'm declaring that I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. And I know that's what they're being told to say, but it comes off very disingenuous when everyone says the same thing.
Well, that's why Hulk Hogan's gonna win it, because he ain't even said nothing, and he hadn't said he's gonna win it.
Oh man, I have a theory on the Royal Rumble, and that theory is this: seeing people like Hulk Hogan, for the people that like Hulk Hogan, seeing people like Ric Flair, seeing people like, I don't know, whoever the hell else you could mention, cool. But here's the problem with it.
Let him sit in the crowd.
You know that there's no chance in hell that Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan or Undertaker or Shawn Michaels, you know that none of them are going to come out and win. You know that it's impossible. Right. So I love seeing them, and I don't want to be disrespectful to them. But why don't we let some of the new guys get out in the Royal Rumble and showcase what they can do? Do some crazy shit, like come up with some spots with some other wrestlers instead of having...
The unfortunate thing with that, I think, is they're doing the whole, this could be their last chance to show the greats of old to this generation. I mean...
Hulk Hogan don't need to be showed no more.
Yeah, but I mean, Hulk Hogan's starting to actually look his age. You're not going to bring Hollywood out anymore. You can't bring Ric Flair out in polite public. Man's got to take his white hood off. I'm sorry. Some of these old guys that are still coming back around, it's even with Cena, it's the last chance for this generation to see some of the greats from when we were kids. And Paul, having wrestled with those guys, has a soft spot for him. I mean, look at the Taker. They brought him back 372 times because the man can't not be near the ring if he can help it. I think it's just, for right now, you're going to run into that situation where they're all nostalgic, and the Rumble is a time where you can sneak 3 or 4 of these older guys in. They may not do jack shit, but you can sneak them in, and get this new generation. I mean, look at the Saturday night main event, the last one, with who was the announcer? The announcer we had for the main event.
Jesse Ventura? Is it the body?
Yeah. You brought the body back. The body had no business being there because the mind wasn't with the body. But it was to show off a man of old,
He's coming back tomorrow night. They actually invited him back. I was shocked.
Is he back this Saturday? Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
So we going to hear how he turned fucking Steamboat's boat into his... My house is made out of Steamboat's boat.
Yeah, we talking about butter sausage. All right, let's move it on.
All right, my bad. I derailed us again. I'm sorry.
Creation Guy Wrestling says he likes Hulk Hogan as a wrestler, but not a person in real life. Yeah, it's very unfortunate and something that I'm still wrestling with. He's just not a good person.
I don't even like guy as a wrestler. Not even good wrestler. A leg drop is not a finishing move.
Well, that's what he did. That's what he did in America, man. His Japanese stuff was wild.
Tell that to some of the female
Was it?
wrestlers right now. That leg drop. Was it Bailey that started using the leg drop?
Bailey and Nia both use the leg drop.
Yeah.
Bailey does the elbow.
Oh yeah, Bailey does Macho Man. My bad.
Yeah, but I mean,
elbow is dangerous. A leg drop is. Get your fat ass off of me, all right?
Jesus. But yeah,
The only difference is Nia throws her ass in somebody's chest, and that's fucking devastating. So, but I digress.
But yeah, it's something I wrestle with. But I'm coming to the conclusion that he's probably just not a good guy. He's not a good guy. The shit he said is not cool. But either way, we are going to go on to Damian Priest versus Carmelo Hayes. Man, I love when the vintage NXT guys go again. Well, not vintage NXT, but I love when NXT guys go head to head. And Carmelo and Damian going head to head for the first time, both having similar styles and both being really, really good with their NXT matches and things like that. Man,
yeah, it was good.
It was a good match, dude. It was just a good match. A lot of tit for tat, a lot of back and forth. A lot of countering their signature moves.
Man, every time I saw
it,
they made it look like it was fucking Andre the Giant versus Rey Mysterio, you know? Every time I looked over at it and was able to see it, you see, you know, Damian like reaching for him and Carmelo flipping over his back or running under his legs, and it's like, god damn. Also, I didn't with the people that Damian normally wrestles, I honestly, you don't see that size comparison. I didn't realize Damian was that fucking big. Either that or Carmelo's this goddamn tall. Like,
I mean, you ain't see with his match with Finn?
Dwarfed his ass. I was like, holy shit. You know?
Yeah.
I really didn't think Damian was that goddamn big. I really didn't.
Oh, Damian's a big dude.
No, he's a bisexual Undertaker.
Oh.
That's what he says.
Yes, they have called him that.
No, yeah, he really is called that. Which, by the way, I just want to say it one more time, or bring it up one more time. The fact that Damian Priest moved to SmackDown is a crazy thing. I did not. That's one of the last things I expected to happen.
I did not see that shit coming. I was like, oh, that's cool.
But it had to happen. It had to happen to get him away from Finn. It had to happen to get him away from Rhea, because Rhea wasn't really holding him back, but at the same time, it's just like an old story, you know? So he's got to make new stories. I'm telling you, he's going to beat Shinsuke for the U.S. belt.
Maybe.
So anyway, finish is going to be he goes to the top, and I'm sorry, Carmelo counters the South of Heaven to like a modified. It's almost like a modified BFT that he does. Hits the first 48 for a near fall. He then goes to the top, and that's where Damian's going to take over. Moments later, he hits the monster clothesline. Then he hits the South of Heaven for the win. I put at the end of my notes that it just seems like Carmelo's kind of the beatdown guy now, but it kind of goes back to what you were saying, I guess. G, it's like, you know, when you're right off of NXT, I guess you gotta take your hits, right?
So I like the way they put it in the commentary from this match. You know, where they came from. Carmelo's always been, you know, Melo don't miss. But now that he's come out of the gate and they listed off some of the superstars he's gone against, they've gone with, you know, Melo's gone from that Melo don't miss to Melo don't mind missing as long as he learns something from it. So like right now they're doing exactly that. They're feeding him his lumps, but he's learning so they can turn him around and stick him right up there in the top of the roster where, you know, looking at his NXT stuff, you're right. It's where he belongs. He's an amazing wrestler. They've just been putting him in the, bitch, you're the new guy. Go sit in the corner. Roll.
Well, I mean, not necessarily even go sit in the corner. He's been getting top matches. He fought Cody Rhodes when he first got here.
Yep. He's had 2 against Cody.
So, Yeah, so I mean, it's just showcasing that all right, he deserves to be here, but he's gonna take the L's just because it's not his time to get the dubs yet.
Yeah.
He'll get it.
Creation Guy Wrestling says AJ Styles returning to TNA soon, maybe. I think so. I think that this partnership's really good, and it gives AJ Styles the chance to go back home. I think it'd be a good thing.
I mean, when I saw that comment, I started looking it up. AJ's mostly been doing house shows. Like he's still here. He's just not sure what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like.
And maybe AJ Styles believes in Joe Henry. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's been playing around with TNA. You know, he made a big post about because Chris Daniels retired off TNA, or no, AEW. Pardon me. He's where he retired from, and he made a post on Twitter about Chris Daniels' retirement and all that. So he's definitely still active. He's just kind of sitting in the background a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ is 47, so he's getting up there a little bit as far as your normal in-ring talent. But,
right. We're in the back. DIY is back there, and they're telling Nick Aldis that they need to take Apollo's win off the record. Of course they do. And Motor City Machine Guns walk up. They say that they know DIY has been kind of dodging them and avoiding them, because they don't want to give them another chance at the titles. But they have some good news, and that news is that next week they're going to get another shot for those tag team title belts on SmackDown on Friday. And honestly, I hope that I don't care who wins, if I'm being honest, but I hope they put the feud to bed and they enter another tag team into it. I need the Street Profits to get theirs.
We'll see.
I say I need the Street Profits to get back up in this.
Yep, we shall see.
But the real story here is Piper Niven was talking to somebody in the background. She was either talking to Sonya Deville or Blair Davenport, but it really looked like Sonya Deville. Could we see next Friday PFC showing up on SmackDown to help Chelsea win the title?
Possibly. She said that they needed more security, so
right.
They needed a lot more, so that would be a lot more security. You get 3 more crazy ass women in there. That'll sew up the mix right there for you.
Exactly. So I even tweeted about it because I was like, who the hell is this? Who is this person that they were talking to? Because I couldn't really make it out. But obviously that was the design. So then we're going to go to Damian Priest walking through the back, and Cody bumps into him and welcomes him to the brand. Damian says, "I'll see you soon, champ." Then we see the Miz in the back, still trying to recruit people. He finds Andrade, and he tells Andrade that he has everything, but he needs a spokesperson. And Andrade says, "That's a great idea. Let me go find somebody." After this, Jimmy walks up to the Miz, and he just goes, "No yeet," and he keeps on walking, and he walks by Carmelo Hayes, who says it's gonna take more than 4 moves to beat Kevin Owens, and Jimmy goes, "How about I beat you next week in 3 moves?" and gives him a no yeet symbol and walks out to the ring. Carmelo's gonna follow him out, and he attacks him on the ramp. The officials come out and break it up, and then it's just kind of over, which is kind of weird because Jimmy shrugged the attack off, and he just gets in the ring, which kind of makes Carmelo look like a bitch. It makes Carmelo look like his attack didn't do shit, didn't mean anything.
Basically. Well, it solidified the match for next week, but yeah.
That's fair. Creation Guy says, I saw a video the other day of AJ doing the spiral tap in his wrestling gym. He can still pull carry moves off if he wanted to. Oh yeah, I mean AJ's still
in his prime. Don't get that wrong, but he's been wrestling with thoughts of retirement. I mean, it's been 2 or 3 years since the first time I've heard him talk about it. He's really been going into the, hey, I don't want to kill myself for this. I don't want to end up like some of these old guys that are just fucked
right
for life from it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. AJ's purposely trying to take it easy. He can still go. Definitely, like he can still pop himself off the top rope like it ain't shit. We believe that.
I mean, he proved it in that match with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
That match with Cody was over the top.
Oh yeah. So now we're gonna get to the main event of the evening, which is gonna be Jimmy Uso versus Kevin Owens. KO comes out wearing a Naomi shirt. Diabolical.
Hilarious.
Bad form.
He said, "I bought your wife's shirt. How about that?" So a couple highlights for the match: KO doing a frog splash on a Jimmy Uso from the apron to the floor before we go to commercial. When we come back, you can hear KO saying all right, all right to mock Matthew McConaughey.
Yep.
Oh man. During the match, we talked about this. During the match, they mentioned Jesse the Body Ventura is going to be back on commentary tomorrow, which is, whew, they got to give him some kind of
Horrible.
medication.
Butter sausage.
We're gonna end up getting into a super kick contest where Jimmy's gonna get the upper hand. Joe keeps calling Jimmy Big Jim, so I haven't heard it as much as I've heard it tonight. So I guess that they're really gonna try hard to make that a nickname.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, Jimmy's jersey tonight, his that he was wearing, the name on the back of it was Big Bro.
Big Bro.
Big Bro.
It makes sense. Yeah, so he's just trying to rebrand himself right now, which makes sense.
I mean, his music is polar opposite to Jay's.
Yes.
They still both have that party kid attitude, you know, but I guess they're trying to brand them as polar opposites.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I get. And putting them on separate shows, smart. Like, I know, I see what they're doing. I hope it works out. I mean, Jimmy's just behind. Because, like, the way that I feel about Jimmy is the way I felt about Jay 8 months ago.
Well,
So,
Jimmy was out for an injury, so
right,
it's
Jimmy
going
broke
to
his
take
toe.
time.
right.
There you go. Even before that, but
Yeah, I know. He had a bigger injury before, but still.
Right. So Jimmy's gonna end up going to the top for an Uso splash, and KO dodges it and hits a super kick. KO tries to follow it up with a pop-up power bomb, but Jimmy dodges it and hits a super kick for a near fall. Jimmy gets up and gets caught in the stunner, but counters to a spear and immediately goes to the top for an Uso splash, but KO counters and throws him into the ring post, does a pop-up power bomb, gets the win. After the match, KO gets Jimmy on the announcer's table, sets it up for a package pile driver, but Cody comes out to make the save. It is fight on site, and they fight in the ring, outside the ring, back in the ring, and as we close the show, they're just going at it. Yeah, even the announcers were like, if this was a match of the super kicks, like, this
Jimmy would have won it 10-7. Would win the round.
Yeah, like what Carmelo said, he kind of roasted him in real life. I'm not saying Jimmy only has 4 moves, but in this match, he kind of only had 4 moves.
yeah, he legit only has 4 moves. He's got to widen out, throw some more and drop in there, throw a drop kick, throw something
He
else.
did hit a banger Samoan drop towards the end of the match when his arm was already fucked up, so he got K up. It was a quick maneuver, but he got him up on that shoulder and he hit him with it. It was a mean drop.
True.
So he did get it in there. I would have expected to see a few more moves yet, in the moveset still, but I think they started the same old story of, hey, I'm gonna take away one of your limbs. And they took away, I think it was his right arm. Left arm. It was his left arm they disabled.
Yep.
But it was still a strong showing on his part.
Yeah.
Yep.
KO got the win. Clean, even.
Yep.
And then Raheem, the defender of the downtrodden, came out for him.
Hey, yo.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. But you know what, though? All in all, that was SmackDown, and it was like Creation Wrestling guy was saying, or Creation Guy Wrestling was saying earlier, man. It was a good show. It was really a good go-home show for Saturday night's main event. And I'm excited as hell to see what happens tomorrow. And I'm excited as hell for the whole next week. I mean, after this week, we get a little bit of a break because 2 PLEs in a row is going to be rough, man. I'm not going to lie, but we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Do you guys have anything to add to the podcast before we close it down?
Nope.
Heard that.
Not really.
Well, my friends, it is that time of the night where we have to say goodbye, but I'm going to say it one more time. Sound like a broken record. Like the video, share our podcast, share our channel with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe. Again, I want to say one more time, thank you for watching. We do appreciate it. Thank you for the people that stuck with us through the video. It has been me, Big T. It has been Dreshin down below. It has been Hanji Manji also down below. If you want good news and if you want good reviews, then you're going to come here, my friends, to It's All a Work. Yeah! Snap into a podcast.
That's your title, huh? But all right, we out.